Good evening. Yes, I said evening. It's after 6 o'clock. It's, according to my truck, it's 6:12, May the 9th. It's been over 48 hours since I put the queen in the box, the Nicot box. I meant to check them earlier today, but it's been a busy day here on the place. So I'm just now getting around to checking for eggs. Hopefully we've got eggs in the Nicot box. If not, we'll wait another couple days. The sugar water that I had been feeding them has run out. They've eaten it all. But the blackberries are starting to bloom. Not all of them, because there's a big patch of blackberries here on the pond dam that I noticed they're not blooming. A bunch of them up by the house are blooming. So the flow is getting kicked off. Once the blackberries start really kicking in, blooming, that's when our big flow hits, blackberries and other stuff. Actually, the one that I'm driving by right now is just starting to bloom. So we're about to get kicked off in our major flow. It'll last a little while, a few weeks, hopefully, if the weather doesn't kill us, raining so much. So I'm not gonna feed open feed anymore, unless I see that they're not getting nectar from any other place. Just to keep them alive, I'll go ahead and feed, but I'm not going to feed them open anymore. If I have a hive that's struggling for some reason, I'll go ahead and feed them internally with a top feeder or something. I probably need to be feeding the mating nukes, but I'm going to see how they do for a couple days. I may go ahead and feed them tomorrow, but I'm not going to do it today. I don't have any syrup mixed up. I'm going to do that tomorrow just to have some on hand. But right now we're just going to have a short video starting off, and if there's no eggs this time, this may be the first clip of several small videos checking that hive for eggs. If there are eggs in it, then this may be a short snippet of a video showing how the Nicot system worked for us. So stay tuned. Hopefully we'll see eggs. All right. Praying for a good outcome. Praying for some eggs in a Nicot box. Alright, we are in the shade. It's starting to cool off, which is a good thing in July and August, but in May, when it's supposed to be pretty chilly, it's not that good a thing. Boy, they are. It's a strong colony still. They're not happy. They're still already starting to. I probably should have brought some smoke, but I'm not going to be in this hive very long anyway. Nicot box. Let's see here. Let's see if I can make some room. There we go. Alright. Yeah, they're definitely not happy with me being in here. No eggs. No eggs. That didn't surprise me. The my track record with the Nicot box, and she's still in there. You can see her little green dot right there. But no, there's no eggs yet. So I'll come back, and they're putting, ooh, there's brood in this. Look at there, there's brood in this one. I wish I wish younger stuff was in there. But no, there's no eggs yet. So there she is. We'll put her back. Try again tomorrow. I've got several days off, so this really would be the perfect time for her to lay in that, because tomorrow's Mother's Day. I took off Mother's Day. And then I have Monday and Tuesday off, because Sunday, tomorrow is my normal day to work. I have off Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday I took off for a class I have to go to, so I have to be in class Wednesday, but I could still, class won't last all day. I could still be home in time to check them Wednesday evening, and then I'm off Thursday and Friday. So I have almost a whole week of opportunity to check on that hive, but I'm not going to leave it 5 or 6 days like I did the last one. Today's day 2. If she doesn't have any eggs in there, probably Wednesday, I'm probably going to go ahead. That'll be 5 days, and I'll go ahead and release her and give up again. I don't know why I did that. That's queen right. All right, y'all have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow, next round. Okay, it is about 24 hours later. It is May 10th. It's after 6 o'clock again. So like I said, it's right at 24 hours later. Couple things before we get started. We're going to check on this Nicot queen again. I got a notification today that we had a new subscriber, and I thought, well, I'll go back, I'll go check, see how many we have. Well, we broke 100, which is amazing to me that 100 people actually want to know what's going on here. But I mean, of course, 100 people's a drop in the hat to some of the YouTube channels, and I didn't start this channel to get famous or anything like that, and I don't expect to do that either way. Anyway, I pretty much started this channel to document what was going on with the bees, kind of for my own, just for me, so I can keep up with it without having to come in. And I'm not a very good note taker. I don't write notes very often, so that's kind of what this was about. So that way I could go back and look and see what happened and how I messed up. And so that's kind of how it started. Evidently a few people find it interesting what we're doing, but I don't expect to ever. I'm one of those people that says never say never, but I don't ever expect to try to get people to support us through this. I know the big thing now is the Patreon page or whatever, and that's not what we're about here. We want to make our own way, and if what we're doing here is interesting to you, and if you can learn a few things from my mistakes, because trust me, if I teach you anything, it's probably going to be because of my mistakes. I'm going to teach you what not to do. So it's kind of surreal that even 100 people want to know what's going on here or want to watch. The mating nuke thing is is pretty new to me. Actually, the Nicot queen rearing in itself, everything is new to me this year. We've been doing this, I think this is the 4th or 5th year. We had a couple of years where we lost all our hives. I mean, we've completely started over a couple of times. I was tickled to death that this year we didn't have to start from scratch. That's why I want to try to be more self-reliant and raise my own queens and that kind of thing. So that's what we're going at. I appreciate every subscriber that's out there. If you have questions, you can always email me or comment on the videos. I don't always get the notifications on comments, so it may take me a while to get back, but I will get back as soon as I can. Get back with you as soon as I can. But I'm not a master beekeeper. I hope to be one in one day. We got one mad bee out here. Hadn't even got into the hive yet. But I hope to be a master beekeeper one day. This pandemic thing has kind of put a dampener on that for now. But I do a lot of learning by trial and error. So, and you can definitely see that in our videos. So it's going to be an interesting ride. And I know, after I watched videos, I know there are a few things that I do too much. I say anyway too much, and I'll try to it's just habit. I'll try to be more aware of that bad habit that I do in videos. I don't think I do that in person. I think I do it more for the camera, which is weird. But anyway, there we go again. But I'm going to get into this hive here and check the Nicot queen. Shouldn't take long. Probably a lot shorter than this little talk I did. So y'all have a lot of people like doing their inspections during the middle of the day because they say the foragers are out and they're working, so there's not as many bees in the hive. To be honest with you, it just seems to me like late in the evening the bees are more, you know, they're all laid back. They don't, and it just may be my mixed up opinion, but yeah, it just seems like they're more chill. And I don't have any smoke again. I'm just going to get in this hive. It's not going to take long, I hope. So I may actually have a few angry, aggressive bees. And right now, the flow, evidently the flow just kicked into high gear because and I don't remember if it was in the last video or earlier on in this, what will be earlier on in this video, I said that the open feeder, the bucket feeder that I was using to open feed was empty because I wasn't seeing any activity going in and out of it. Well, I checked it a few minutes ago. It's not empty. There's still sugar water and there's still syrup in it. They're not using it, which to me means they don't want it. They don't need it. They'd rather have real nectar. So evidently our flow just kicked into overdrive. So, and that means tomorrow, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to take all these honey supers off. I'm going to extract them because a lot of them are going to have sugar water in them. And I'm gonna extract it, put it in buckets. Hopefully I can get the moisture content down to a manageable level where it won't ferment. I've got a dehumidifier. I can put them in a room, a small room, and with a dehumidifier and a fan on it in an big open container. And hopefully I can get it dried out, or I can get the moisture content down to where it needs to be, where it won't ferment. Well, still no eggs, so it's disappointing. It really is. It's disappointing. I saw her there. I don't know if she saw her, but yeah, there she is right down there. But there's a lot. They're even starting to cap that brood. It's getting big enough. They're capping some of it, so it would be nice for her to lay. It really would. And this is my last time. Woo, well, I got a bunch of them mad now. This is the last time that I'm using the Nicot system if I don't get it to work. The next thing I'll do is I'll leave her in there a few days just to let her get ramped back up laying, and I will find one of her recently laid in frames that has some very young larvae, like, you know, just hatched, 1 day old larvae, and I'll do my grafts off of that. I've been dreading that because my eyesight's not that good. I'm not good at seeing eggs, but I've got a couple of magnifying headsets or whatever they are that might help, but I still don't. Still not very confident that I'm going to be able to see well enough to graft, but we'll see. Probably by the end of the week, that's what I'm going to be doing if this Nicot system thing doesn't work again. All right, there we go. I did it again. Good afternoon. It is May 11th, and if you notice anything different about me, I'm wearing a hoodie. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it has been chilly all day long. It's only supposed to get colder. My truck says it's 58 degrees. It's probably cooler than that, really. And it is supposed to get colder. It's supposed to start raining tonight. The next few days is going to be cold and rainy. And even after it does start warming up, there's a high chance of rain. So once again, Mother Nature has completely changed my plans. So now the bees are going to be pretty much locked up in their hives for the next several days. So I don't need to take the honey supers off for now, because they're probably going to need them. The queen that's in the Nicot box, I can't just leave her in there for the next until it quits raining. I really don't need to be in the hives today, but I'm gonna open the Nicot box up and let her out. I mean, it's like, it's like Mother Nature's trying to tell me, hey, quit trying to use this Nicot system. It's not gonna work. So I'm gonna take those, take the Nicot, the queen excluder front part, I don't know what it's called, but take that off the hive, just let her, or off the box, and just let her out. And I'm gonna do it as quickly as I can, get in and get out without, so they don't lose as much heat as possible, or as little heat as possible. I'm worried about the mating nukes. I don't know if they're going to make it. There are a few of them that have very few bees in them still. I don't know if those virgin queens ever went on their mating flights and came back. The two that I know are queen right, I'm hoping there's enough bees in those to keep the brood that the queen has started laying, keep it warm. The other mating nukes, I fed them yesterday, but they may be doomed. I don't know. It's going to be cold and rainy for the next several days. I will attempt to come out here and fill their feeders every couple of days, so they don't have any place to store honey, so I'll need to keep feeding them. The big hives, they've got plenty of room, honey supers and everything to store honey, so they're going to be on their own for the next few days once I get this queen out of this Nicot box. And hopefully they'll just be in there building their numbers until they can get back out and start foraging again, which may be, the way the weather looked, it may be another week before they can get back out of the hive. So it's going to be interesting to see how light the hives are when all this rain and everything's over, because our flow had really just started to kick off, and then we had this cold snap. I mean, it's going to be cold the next few days, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I'm going to, like I said, get into this hive very quickly and get out of it and let her out. I'm going to try to take a peek and see if there's eggs in it. I'm not expecting to see eggs. If there are eggs in there, I will be just surprised as all get out. But it's one of those things where I can't wait for the next several days for her to start laying because of the weather. Once again, the weather's throwing me a curveball, so it's going to be. And I don't even want to take my hoodie off to put my bee jacket on, but I don't even know. I think it'll fit over that, over my hoodie. So we're gonna do that. I'll be back in just a minute. I'll put my stuff on and put my boots on, and I'll get back with you. I'm not even gonna take the lid off the box. There is very little activity in any of the hives today because it's so, so cold. Look at, they're all hunkered down. They know what's coming. It's too cold outside and they know the rain's coming, so it may get ugly here. I'm gonna try to take both of these honey supers off at one time to minimize heat escape, and I'm going to use that feed sack. I'm just doing all I know to do. I'm going to use that feed sack to cover up the brood box so I don't just have heat escaping like crazy. And I'm going to get in there and get that Nicot box. Check it really quickly for eggs. Pop that front off of it. Set it back down in there and let the queen can go. I'm not even going to try anymore with the Nicot. Okay, yeah, they're going to be mad. Here we go. There. One. There we go. You can feel the heat coming out of that hive. It's all cow. They're capping that brood right there. There are no eggs at all in that. No eggs at all. So there she is. I can see her little green dot. So I'm gonna pop that off. Put her back down in there. She's released, and I am done with the Nicot system. Oh, wow. Okay. That didn't take long, but that hurt. They're going to need that honey they've got stored up, though, so it's best that I leave that on there anyway. That's there, queen right. I'm leaving that there. I'll take this with me, and I'll take this with me. That's it. That's all for the Nicot system for me. Stay tuned. I guess probably next week, if it turns off warm enough, I'll start trying this queen rearing thing with grafting. That's going to be interesting. So just if you've had the Nicot system work for you, good. Congratulations. It ain't working for me. Never has. This is my third time to try, and I never got a single egg. So I don't know if it was something that I did, or just the system is flawed. But I probably do need to get the Nicot boxes out and get some micrometers and see if maybe they're a different size. Because I got the cheapo off of Amazon, kind of a, I don't say off-brand because I don't even know if there's a brand of them. But it was a cheap Nicot queen rearing system. Actually came with 2 systems in a package. So that may be my problem. I may have got something that's completely, the cell sizes are big, too small, or something to that effect. I don't know if it was the system or something I did. If it was something I did, I don't know what else to do differently. But that's the last time I'm trying this. Well, like I said, I don't want to be one of those people that, I say never, so I'm not going to say I'll never try it again, but I will have to be a little more flexible about when I want to start if I do it again, especially if the weather turns off cold like this. I won't be doing it again, but I don't know. It's frustrating because I've seen it work for other people on videos. There's even some commercial beekeepers, or I say commercial, people who actually sell bees. I guess you would consider them commercial beekeepers. People who raise bees and sell the bees. They do make honey and stuff, but they're in the business of selling bees. They use the Nicot system, or there's another system that's similar to the Nicot system. They use it, and it works for them. I may have to check into that, whatever that other system called, see if maybe that'll work better for me. I don't know. I think I'm just going to go with the grafting. Hopefully I can see what I'm doing. But y'all have a good day. Try to stay warm, try to stay dry. I will for the next few days.